The phrase is a hallmark of helpful advice. Everyone's heard it from parents, friends, celebrities, and everyone in between. It's the moral conclusion to many books, movies, songs, games, and art. Many stories and life lessons end with this triumphant phrase as a testament to positivity. Except I'm pretty sure it means absolutely nothing. Fine, there's actually two phrases. One is believe in yourself, and the other, very much like it, is be true to yourself. Maybe they point to something truly inspirational, but for the life of me, I can't tell what either of them mean. Let's take the first phrase, believe in yourself, as it seems to be a little easier to see what's wrong with it. To begin, what does believe mean in this context? I can believe in a religion, or a deity, or a philosophy. I can believe someone's word or report. I can believe a fact. Which one is the intention? First, I can't believe in myself as deity. I'm pretty sure I'm not a god. Believe me, this is a good thing. Now maybe one of you listening is sure you're a god. If this is the case, please check in with your primary care provider, psychologist, or the people closest to you. Odds are that they can quickly disabuse you of this delusion. Alternately, you can check the definition of God in your preferred dictionary. If you're watching this, I'm pretty sure the definition doesn't apply to you. Second, what's the point in saying believe in yourself as to a report? I attempt to say things that are true, I guess, and I'm aware of when I try to say something untrue. However, I'm pretty sure I don't always know the correct answers to things. Ask my professors or my friends. They can tell you all about how right I am, all the time. I also don't have all the answers to life. Maybe one of you does, but I highly doubt that. Third, I'm fairly sure no one's a constant or fact in the same way that gravity or the past or pi is. If you're listening to this, you exist. I mean, I hope so. That would be strange. But I'm not sure this means much. At the time of making this video, I'm 23, but I have not always been this old, and I hope that I don't always remain this age. Oh, please, no. My opinions have changed before, and they probably will in the future. In other words, people change over time. People are born, they change, and they die. There's a certain continuity of experience, and everyone's definitely the same person in a tangible way, but everyone changes physically, emotionally, and mentally. This seems to be a good time to ask what of yourself you should believe in. Should you believe your intentions, your opinions, your existence? What? Maybe you shouldn't automatically trust that your intentions or opinions are necessarily correct. And maybe what you can trust isn't worth commenting on.
Honey, you've just got to believe that you actually exist.
Thanks, Mom. I was really worried about that. Now, I'm being intentionally obtuse. I know the phrase believe in yourself means success will come given effort. However, I have to ask whether this sentiment is true. There are plenty of people who believe in themselves, or whatever, and never get what they want. Maybe they want to be famous, or get into a certain team, or show, or movie, or something, or be president, or travel all over the world, or win the lottery, or almost anything. No matter how much they believe in themselves, they will never get what they want. Maybe some people succeed because they tried, but many don't. Simply believing something will not change reality or make something happen. Trying could naturally succeed, but there is no reason it must. So I have to ask, does the phrase believe in yourself actually mean anything? Now let's look at the line, be true to yourself. To my knowledge, the full phrase is, this above all, to thine own self be true. And it must follow, as the night the day, that thou canst not then be false to any man. This is from Shakespeare's Hamlet, Act 1, Scene 3. But it's from the mouth of the advisor Polonius. He gives trite and specious advice, or recommends terrible ideas. By the end of the play, he is killed while eavesdropping from behind a curtain. It's not a comforting origin for the phrase. Again, to what in yourself should you be true? As mentioned before, people change in many ways. There are few ways that might not change for better or worse. In addition, you can't help being yourself. Even imitating someone else is because of some reason, whether you admire some quality they have, or because you're told to do so and want to listen to whomever asked you. Short of forced labor upon pain of death, doing what someone else wants you to do seems like a conscious decision. Some people might mean, well, there's a lot of different ideas floating around, and who knows what's correct, just be true to yourself, and it'll be okay. But this doesn't seem to make sense. Reality is a certain way, and just because people think different things doesn't mean that any ideas will do. A lot of them are probably wrong, or are less correct. Just picking one set of ideas without consideration seems kind of dangerous. Perhaps the phrase means something like this: stick to your natural tendencies instead of working against them. Working with how you are will make life easier. I can understand this idea to a point, but is every tendency good to stick to? Is any course of action or way of thinking good to pursue simply because one is inclined to it? A lot of people are naturally lazy. I am. But that doesn't mean that not doing anything is good. A lot of people think with their emotions, or conversely, ignore their intuition and only act on empirical ideas. But is either action a good idea? Of course, the response might come, do whatever makes you happy. But I don't think anyone believes that, do they? I mean, some people are happy if they're cruel to those around them. Society stops them and insists that they're happy with the wrong things. Some people say they're happy when they're drunk, but everyone else recommends that they join something like AA and sober up, even when they aren't hurting anyone else. Some people are happy in a sense of stupor, unable to think of or do anything in particular. I really should get off the internet. But most people would say that such a life is simply not as good as thinking for oneself and improving their life. It's just better to be an independent thinker than not, even if one is inclined not to think on their own. It doesn't seem that there's anything wrong with understanding one's own particular tendencies and knowing how to work with them or use them to achieve something, but it seems the reason should be determined by something other than I want to, or it was natural, or it was easy.
I didn't show up to work today. I didn't feel like it, and not showing up was easy.
Dude. A response to this video might be, well, okay, Byrne, let's assume these phrases mean nothing, but what should take their place? These phrases have become a staple for inspiration and encouragement for a reason. Sometimes people need to hear this message, whatever it is, and these sayings provide something. Is there an actual idea these phrases are trying to get at? If there is, what is it? Well, those are fair questions. I have a couple of ideas, but I want to see what everyone else can come up with. Talk it out with people. Put ideas in the comments if you want, and if you can find something that seems to make sense, tell yourself or your friends an encouraging thought that actually means something. Hi, I'm Byrne. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you found it interesting or entertaining, with luck both, like the video if you want to see more, and subscribe if you want to know when I post again. Have a good day, and burn bright.